It's a beautiful day out there. Time to explore.
Shall we say it's a rather rough road to get in here. I would recommend four-wheel drive. I would recommend high clearance. You could probably do it with an SUV. We took the F-150 and it probably took me 45 minutes to do the 17 mile to get back here. But what they say is just head down this trail. It's like an abandoned road. Saw at the beginning there was a gate. And when we get to the bottom here, we're supposed to find a windmill. And there's supposed to be over 2,700 petroglyphs on the rocks down here. So that's why we decided to come out here to see the petroglyphs. I never like climbing down. I like to do flat areas first and to warm up the legs, and then climb uphill and come back downhill. What I'm not crazy about is starting a hike, not knowing how we'll feel afterwards. Starting downhill, knowing we have to come up here, but it's not actually looking that bad. So we'll let you know on the way. You can just see over that way where the trail's heading. Oh, you seem to have gotten down to the valley. Wasn't too bad. I don't think it's going to be too bad back up. Now, one thing about this place is we didn't find maps of this hike on Caltopa, or I didn't check all trails. It might be there. But if you look at the description down below, I'll give GPS coordinates. Just want to take a break here. It's really kind of cool. It's like a whole family in Choya. So it's light green plants. You do not want to get near them. Trust me, you just brush against one and the needles on them have hooks on them like a fishing hook. So they're so much fun to take out, but it's really beautiful just to sit here and look at them in the mountains. Yeah, Melody just said she don't know why they call him teddy bear cactus. Because he looks so fluffy and fuzzy. Don't put that to the test. Just so I don't forget to tell you, this is November 8th, 2023. It's probably high 70s out here. Beautiful day, blue sky, sunny. Do not do this in the summer. Oh, I have yet to see some place with shade. This would just be a miserable place to hike in summer. But as always, you still want to carry water and everything. But as I said, November 8th, high 70s, a really nice breeze going. I hope it doesn't mess up the audio too much. But just keep in mind if you want to come here and check this out. So we made it to the windmill. Checked Ramble. 1.5 mile. We averaged a little over 2.5 mile an hour. It took us about 50 minutes to get down here. But that's also with the stopping to do short little segments of this video. And it's a little over 1,000 miles of, 1,000 miles, 1,000 feet of descent. So we're gonna sit here, have a cigarette, and go look for petroglyphs. When you're hiking out here in the west, a lot of this was ranch area, and you'd find wells, mines from all the mining, just historic stuff. So when I read that, you just keep on, I don't know if I read it or the ranger told me at the visitor center, just hike till you get to the well. That's where you'll find petroglyphs. And I kept on calling it a windmill. I think he even called it a windmill. And so I'm just looking for some historic structure out here. But no, that is not what this is. And I'll put some pictures up here to give you a better shot. But my best guess is that this has been, we're 30, 40 miles from Mexico. And I really think this was put up for the migrants walking across. That build the wall, don't build a wall, let people in, don't let people in. I'm not talking about that. But I've always had this issue about, as a Christian, the idea of leaving water out in the desert for the migrants seems like the thing to do. When I was hungry, you fed me, right from the Bible. But then the economist in me says that once word gets out that there's these places that you can stop and get water, and there's a huge tank here with plenty of water in it, that's going to encourage more people to come across the border. And when I'm teaching, you always teach about immigration in an economics course. And I always ask my students, well, do you want my opinion on it? And they always say yes, so I tell them my opinion. And my opinion's always been build the wall, have worker programs, do a bus train from like Nogales up to Tucson. My main idea is do something. Hundreds of our brothers and sisters are dying in this desert every year trying to cross. So leave water, they're more likely to get safely and not die in the desert. Put the message out that there's water along the way. More people will cross, some of them won't find the water. So I can't, unless you could do a study on this somehow, which I don't know how you do, will more people or less people die in the desert if you put out water? That's always been my quandary. The Christian in me says put out water. The economist in me says, I don't know that's such a good idea. Because all I want, the government, they've been talking about it for so many years, but I've never hear any of them. Every so often somebody, some congressman from Arizona or Texas or New Mexico will talk about the number of people die crossing the border. And I know some might hear this and say, well, they took the chance. It was their fault that they died. But I always look at it as, each one of those people that dies in the desert, they're created in the image of God. They're our brothers and sisters. So to me, I don't care what the government does, but do something. Stop talking about it. The sheer fact that hundreds of people a year are dying walking across that desert, many of them never found, they just need to do something. So here's one thing the government's done: build wells like this. So where are the petroglyphs or petrographs? I'm gonna have to look up the difference tomorrow, before I put up this video. See the well behind me. What you're going to want to do is hike over to those hills, maybe 200 feet, and look for black rocks, almost look like volcanic rocks. And that's where you'll find most of the petroglyphs. Now, across, going the other direction, I am sure you could spend hours here finding them, that they're all around this area. But considering it's late November and we're already looking at 2 o'clock and 2:15, I got an hour drive out of here, and then another close to probably 45 minutes to get back to our campsite. I'd like to do that before dark because we are in the middle of nowhere. And I'll put a link to our boondocking site in the description below, in the video for that when I get it made. I'll probably make that one before this one. So it should be there. As I said, I'll leave a link, leave a card at the end. And hang out in the video if you want to see the drive in. I'm just going to take clips as we're going out. 15 seconds here. Basically, how the road changes when you're coming in. Just remember, it's 17 mile, and we probably averaged about, I don't know, if lucky, 20 mile an hour. Oh, shades in my eyes.
More like 3.
What?
More like 3.
More like what? 3 mile an hour? Yeah. No, there's sometimes we were doing 3. Melody's just saying we were doing 3.
Well, it took us 15 minutes to go 17 miles.
She says it took us 15 minutes to go 17 miles, so you can do the math. Oh, that's worse than I thought. And definitely had it in 4-wheel drive, and the F-150 is the off-road version, so it's a little higher than the regular ones. So I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, like, subscribe, comment, give it a thumbs up. And as I said, if you hang out here, I'll put the video probably of the drive in at the end here. Some people seem to enjoy that part of the video, some people don't. So if not, hey, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And hopefully you'll have a chance to get out and see this beauty that we got a chance to see today. Have a blessed day now. Thank you for watching again. Bye. Andy.
I believe this is called Daniel's Arroyo.
Daniel's Arroyo. According to Melody, who's checking the map. Did not know what an arroyo was until I moved to Arizona. Another wash. And another wash. More sand made me slip around. Yeah, if I recall, the way coming in was the middle part. It's kind of like this, not bad. There's often a wash or some dips and everything. It's the last couple now and the first couple now. Are the pains. I always think it always seems to, coming back goes quicker than going there. I think maybe you're a little more confident of where you're going. You don't have to worry about what's around every turn. So it always seems to take less time to get out than to come in, but then again, I could. As I recall, the first half, oh yes, another wash. The first half, the first couple miles were a real pain. Or maybe I exaggerated that because of all the washes. And in fact, I didn't look, and then Melody told me it was 17 miles of it. It's like, oh no. kind of wonder, since it's all open desert, why they couldn't make straighter roads. It's not like the government doesn't own all this stuff.